What is going on, people of YouTube? My name is Kurtyoy and welcome back to Game Week 8. The international break is basically over. I mean, we've got England tonight and I'm sure it'll be a fantastically thrilling 2-0 win away from home. Fantastic it will be, but yeah, it's not like Premier League. The Premier League is back this weekend, so you know, a few days before I'm back making videos telling you who to put in your fancy Premier League teams, basically. And to start things off, as usual, we're going to go through the games to watch in each position and who I think are going to score well in this game. We're going to start off with, as usual, the 4 games to watch. So we're going to start off with the game that's kicking off the weekend of what looks like quite a good weekend of football. Chelsea versus Leicester, a really interesting tie. You've got Leicester, who, compared to last season, you've got to say are underperforming, although it is overperforming still for a club like Leicester, and Chelsea that still look like they need improvements but are on their way up. And although they had poor performances recently, Liverpool and Arsenal included in them, I think it could be a tough tie. I'm just predicting a draw, maybe a score draw. Chelsea did win, against Leicester in the cup earlier on in the season, might add, but I think it'll be a score draw, maybe a 2-1 I'm going for. Man City versus Everton is next, which is 3 o'clock kickoff. Teams that were unbeaten, come like 2 game weeks ago, and they're 2 real informed teams. And I think it could be a tough game. I think Man City might just scrape it as they usually do, but Everton will give them a good run for their money. And if Lukaku is fit, it is that's what it's depending on. It's also the fact that Sergio Aguero might not be fit. They're both 75% chance of making the weekend at the moment. So fingers crossed for any FPL players. And we've got West Brom versus Spurs. Spurs have only won once in their last 6 games against West Brom. Bit of a bogey team. Kind of, but you look at the fact that West Brom have only won once since 2009. That's not good either. A lot of draws in here, and I'm predicting just a Spurs 1 or 2-0 win to keep them going on their unbeaten run. And then finally, Monday Night Football, Liverpool versus Manchester United. Jamie Carragher versus Gary Neville. I'm predicting that to be a goal fest. I'm thinking Liverpool might steal it, but I'm not too sure. Man United at the moment, too topsy-turvy to tell. Now I'm going to start with the goalkeepers. First of all, Petr Cech, Arsenal's stopper. He's valued at £5.5 million. He's a good, safe pair of hands. He's a real good goalkeeper. And I think he is, as I say every year, the upper echelon of £5.5 million goalkeepers. That's why he's in there. Arsenal this week, you're looking at their team. Swansea at home. You're expecting an easy 3 points. And you've got Lloris of Tottenham, valued at £5.4 million. Tottenham are unbeaten. 3 clean sheets in the last 4, including a huge one against Manchester City. They face West Brom. And like I say, I think West Brom are dangerous now with the new players they've bought, but I don't think they're dangerous enough to harm Tottenham. Then we've got Loic Karius. I think his name's Loic Karius, not too sure. A Liverpool goalkeeper. Liverpool have not yet kept a clean sheet this season, which is quite atrocious, to be honest. But, they're playing against Manchester United and you're thinking, hold on a minute, that's a bit stupid. It's Manchester United, they've got Ibra, they've got Pogba. But considering the games they've got after the game week, you get him now, he might go up in price. But after then, people are anticipating a lot of clean sheets. And who knows, he'll get a clean sheet, he could make a few saves. It's worth taking a gamble on him. And lastly, we've got Artur Boruc, the Bournemouth goalkeeper. Is a very good shot stopper. And Bournemouth, they've got a hole, and I feel like they could take that away. Clean sheet, 3 points, really good for Boruc. Let's move on to the defenders. So I'm going to try and stay away from all the big names in the defence, or in any position, notably the Sanchez's, the Agueros, the Ibras, because it's no fun me trying to say, oh, they're going to score points, because that's what everyone will be doing who isn't. I'm not trying to take the piss, but there's a lot of people that can just say, I could just say Aguero every week, and it takes the fun out of it. We're looking for the niche players, starting off with Virgil van Dijk, Southampton defender, valued at £5.4 million. Now, Southampton have got Burnley at home, and I'm feeling like it could be a good clean sheet game. They've got 3 clean sheets in the last 3, I believe, and I think they could make it 4 out of 4. Then we've got Adam Smith from Bournemouth. Bournemouth have got Hull. I believe they've got a chance of making this clean sheet, although I'm not saying 100% it can be. This is football, anything can happen. But Adam Smith is a good player going forward. He's already got a goal this season. Could add to his tally. Also a clean sheet. You could be set for a really high points total for him. And you've got Dejan Lovren. I did mention it's a risk to bring in Liverpool defenders, but it's a risk worth taking, and he can get up from get up well in corners, defend well. He's a very, very good centre-back to have. Then you got Nacho Monreal, £6 million. He's definitely one to bring in. He is the cheapest of Arsenal defenders, Bellerin at 6.5, and you got Koscielny at 6.2. Him and Mustafi at 6 million. He's a wide back, so he's going to be getting up and down the channels. He's also selected by the least amount of people, so if there's a chance of him getting bonus points, you're not going to be bogged down by the people that generally just own everyone else, like Koscielny and Bellerin. Then you've also got Daley Blind, another left back, well, kind of, another centre back, kind of. But Blind comes in at £5.6 million. He's on corners, he's grabbing assists, and I feel like if they're going to get any goals for Liverpool through corners, Rooney's probably not going to play, I'm not going to lie. Blind's on corners, and Liverpool have got a small team. Man, I've got a big team. You can do the maths there. And finally, Danny Rose from Tottenham. He's valued at £5.9 million. He's the same sort of price as Walker. He also looks better on the attack than Walker, so Rose is definitely worth a punt. Following on from that, we've got the midfielders. We're going to start off with Dusan Tadic. This guy is a man in form, and it's honestly a man who used to be taking a risk on. You look at his last few game weeks, he's got 2 assists and 1 goal so far this season, but he has blitzed through the international break. He has been looking in fine form, and if you discount the fact that it's a 0-0 real ball draw against Leicester, Tadic is one of the most informed players in the Premier League. I think he's going to do wonders for Southampton this season. You should definitely bring him in right now. He's valued just at 7.2. Then you've got Theo Walcott at 7.7. Now he is definitely a man in form. He looked at the way he played last season. He knew he needed to improve, and he's improved. 3 goals and 3 assists in the first 7 game weeks is immense for a man that just scored 5 goals and 3 assists in the whole of last season. Not too good for him indeed, but Arsenal have a nice game this weekend. Swansea, I feel like Theo Walcott could definitely hurt them with his pace. Then you got Mane. Now Mane is the most expensive Liverpool midfielder on FPL, and it could be a risk saying him, but I feel like with Liverpool coming up against Manchester United, I feel like Mane's pace is definitely going to be one to hurt Manchester United. Whether it be goals or assists or just bringing himself down for penalties, he is definitely a danger for Manchester United. Then we've got Joshua King from Bournemouth, valued at just £5.4 million, real cheap player, and he quite often plays up top. Midfielder, playing in striker, as we found out by Alexis Sanchez, is definitely one to have in your team. Then you got Marko Arnautovic, £7.2 million, had a real good midweek break, international break, I believe. He scored 2 goals against Wales. He's a man that's kind of out of form, but hopefully that'll be the international break to kick him into gear. Stoke play Sunderland, and Sunderland, they have a liking to concede goals. Finally, we've got Robert Snodgrass at £5.7 million. He is probably Hull's best player at the moment. He is consistent. He's scored 3 goals already. Hull face Bournemouth. Although I think Bournemouth could get a clean sheet, if anyone's going to break the deadlock for Hull, it will be Robert Snodgrass. Finally, we've got the attackers. It's just 5 this week because, again, I don't want to force things upon you. And also, Heung-min Son, I haven't forgotten about. I just didn't include him because I feel like it's common knowledge that he's going to do well. But starting off with the attackers, we've got Troy Deeney. Watford have a nice game against Middlesbrough, who've conceded in every game this season, barring one, which was the board draw against West Brom. We don't like to count board draws, but Deeney is also on penalties. He's the captain. He's looking in good form. Scored 3 goals already, and I feel like he could add to his tally this weekend. Then we've got Christian Benteke. The man scored in 7 seconds for Belgium. Scored a hat-trick, albeit against Gibraltar. But he is a man that's definitely in form. Scored a goal in the last game against Everton. Scored 3 goals for Belgium in international break. And, the way I look at it as is, he's going to score again. Crystal Palace have got West Ham. West Ham like to leak goals. I feel like Benteke is doomed to score, unfortunately, for West Ham fans. And we've got Charlie Austin from Southampton, £6.3 million. He's a man that's definitely got a goal or 2 in him left. And they're facing up against Burnley. I feel like there's a few goals in that for Southampton. Austin will be most notably the scorer of at least one of them, I hope. And then we've got Jermaine Defoe. Defoe is valued at £7.2 million. A lot of people at the start of FPL said, why are you saying he'll do well? Because Defoe, no matter what he is priced, what position he plays, he's a goal scorer. He's got that knack and ability to be in the right place at the right time. Almost, it's like Darren Bent was, if there's a chance that's going to go begging, it's not, because he's going to be there, basically. So Defoe comes in at £7.2 million. He faces Stoke, who also likes to concede goals, so Goalfest. who knows, but Defoe will definitely look to be getting on score sheet for that one. And finally, Callum Wilson. I did mention Joshua King is playing up front sometimes. They both scored in their last game, so why not start them both up front, and Bournemouth face off against Hull. And I feel like Bournemouth could score a few and also win the game against Hull. So that is that for this video. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. And who are you looking to bring in for this game week? Are you looking to go on international results? Who has done well in the international break? Or ignore that and think it's irrelevant, because who knows? It could be, it could not. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and peace.